Let's now combine the graphical representations of the consumer preferences and budget limitation in the same diagram. Again, let's continue to study the consumption behavior of Tom, who spends all of his income in two goods, books and meals. Tom's preferences are represented by his indifference curves, each showing consumption bundles that give him the same level of happiness. Since Tom's happiness from consuming books and meals will increase as he moves to indifference curves farther away from the origin, he would like to consume along the farthest indifference curve his income allow him to afford. In other words, if Tom had enough income to consume all of this indifference curve, he would choose to consume I5. Suppose Tom had a daily income of $200 and had to pay $20 for each meal and $10 for each book. Tom's budget line would then go from 10 along the vertical axis to 20 along the horizontal axis, representing all of the possible combinations of meals and books Tom could consume using his entire $200 budget. So, which indifference curve Tom should choose given this budget line? Well, he will clearly not consume along I1 since there must be another indifference curve to the right of that one he could afford. And the same applies to indifference curve 2. And in this way, Tom will continue to move to the right looking for the farthest indifference curve that just touches the budget line. That indifference curve is I3. From that point, Tom is not able to move any farther to the right. Notice that even though he would like to consume I5, he simply can't afford that indifference curve. This is a consumer equilibrium situation for Tom, the point at which his budget line is tangent to one of his indifference curves. Notice that at this tangency point, the slope of both curves are equal to each other. And since the slope of the indifference curve is the marginal rate of substitution, and the slope of the budget line is the ratio of the prices, we can write the consumer equilibrium condition for Tom as the following. In general, we can write the consumer equilibrium condition for any two goods X and Y as the following.